What is up, guys? You know what's going on. Welcome to RIPDM. This is last week's episode. Catch the latest episode on our Patreon. All right, so yeah,
Dude, I was like, where have I heard this from?
That's how TMG starts. All right, so welcome to
RIPDM, the new somewhat podcast.
Yeah, it's a talking segment that I'm going to do.
It's like a podcast, but it's not, because we're not live. We're just going to sit here and talk.
Justin doesn't understand that most podcasts aren't live.
But most podcasts are live. Literally, iPhones have an app called, hold up, where's it at?
It's called Podcast.
It's not called hold up where it's at.
It's called Podcast.
I don't even know if I have it installed.
It's called Podcast.
And you know what you get on this podcast app? You get live podcasts.
Yeah, but most of them are pre-recorded.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Podcasts are live, dude.
So basically,
Hold up.
what I wanted to bring to the table for this first installment is I was sitting in class, and my buddy Eli, a good friend, he brought up a good theory. Everyone knows about flat Earth theory, but he brought up a good theory called donut Earth theory. And the Earth's actually a donut, and it's not a regular sphere like we think it is. So I'm gonna put up a couple pictures.
Dude, I wish this was green.
It's the same thing as a green screen.
Well, can you just
Yes.
can you put a picture right here
Yes.
of the donut?
That's what I was gonna do.
Oh.
But it's gonna be even harder because you're wearing white.
So is the donut just on my shirt now?
It could be.
Put it on my shirt.
I don't want to.
Wait, but wouldn't it just turn everything that's white into the donut? The donut
It
Earth.
depends on what color, what shade of white I pick.
Oh, by the way, hold up. So that's
So here's donut Earth.
just without the bite.
No, that's part of it.
Oh, that's
So the thing about donut Earth is the Earth's a donut, and the sun is in the center of the Earth in the donut hole. Okay, and the sun actually orbits us.
okay.
But
Wait,
we don't spin like this, because the sun's in the center. We don't spin like this. We actually rotate like this.
Okay.
So we
but
don't.
wait. Hold on. Let me get my mind to me really quick.
Okay.
You said. You said the sun doesn't. You said the sun orbits us.
Yep. But it stays still.
But in order to orbit, you have to
No.
be moving. Yes.
No.
That's how orbit works.
Well, technically, it might be moving back and forth, but we move like this.
I mean, I could understand that part. It's like a treadmill.
Sure. Yeah. I guess so. But the moon is also a donut.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it does the same thing. The moon just stays still.
But
I know what you're thinking.
So the moon's on the outside.
Yeah, the moon's still on the outside.
But how does everyone see the moon?
Well, that's the thing. The moon has no part in this at all. The moon shouldn't exist, because the moon don't even control tides at all. It all has to do with the sun.
Yeah.
I know what you're thinking. How's the sky blue if the Earth's a donut? Well, listen. So the way that it is you know how we see daylight?
Yeah.
Because the sun's in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay? So obviously we look up and there's the sun, because the sun's in the middle of everything. The sky's also blue, because if you look up and on the other side, it's an ocean. You see what I'm saying? Because the Earth's a donut.
You lost me.
No, I didn't lose you. Because look.
So wait, rewind. Re-explain. Let me turn this. I feel like I need to be angled a little bit. So re-explain this.
So the Earth's a donut. Woo! The Earth's a donut.
The Earth's a donut.
Okay. I'm gonna make sure I'm finished in here. And we're rotating like this.
We're right. Okay, we're
Just take a look at this picture. See?
There's the moon.
Just ignore the moon, okay? But imagine the sun is in the very center. And that's how we see the sun. That's how we have sunlight. because we rotate like this. So every time we see sun, when we see darkness, we don't see the sun because we're on that opposite side of the earth. And the way we see the blue skies because
I can
you look
disagree
across,
here in a second.
you look across, and there's the ocean, and the ocean's blue.
Okay, that makes sense. But if you think about it, how do eclipses happen? Or is that just smoke and mirrors?
Well, it's all smoke and mirrors.
Okay.
How did David Blaine hold his breath for 8 minutes inside of a giant ice
8
cube?
minutes?
Yeah.
Dude, he held his breath way longer than that.
Well, smoke and mirrors. So.
He held his breath for like almost a half hour.
Smoke and mirrors.
I got something for
Magic getting real.
I have something for the next segment, dude. I got something deep. Like
What is
really deep. Like too deep. It's gotta be in the next segment. But I don't know. But what about eclipses?
Listen, for over 2,000 years, people believed the Earth was a sphere. Even Columbus believed it before he set sail. Although creative historian Washington Irving told us that he thought it was flat, it made a great tale for history school books. Now it's called ball Earth theory because it's silly as child's play. It was all an elaborate hoax by ancient Illuminati. by ancient Illuminati to keep the true shape of the Earth a secret. Pythagoras started the ball Earth hoax around 500 BCE. For centuries afterwards. Sailors navigated the world without GPS. They were guided by the stars and gauged their distance from land by raising and dipping landmarks and lights, based on the fake curvature of the Earth. It's a miracle any of them ever reached their destination. The ball Earth hoax was finally exposed in 2014. Although it took a few years to get the true shape of the Earth right, the quest for truth was spearheaded by an army of YouTubers and alternative media personalities who suddenly had a revolution. The Earth was not round, it was flat. Humanity was a giant experiment trapped in the petri dish of the Illuminati.
Illuminati?
The truth was
Is that
right
what it
here.
says?
Yeah, it says Illuminati. The truth was right here, hiding in the plain sight on the United Nations flag, or so it appeared. The map of the UN flag seemed like a clear evidence of the flat Earth. A lot of ball earthers refused to accept it. It's known as cognitive dissonance, which makes people deny facts that conflict with their deeply held beliefs. Well, that makes sense. Everybody knows about cognitive dissonance. To make matters worse, there was a mountain of compelling evidence that the Earth was, in fact, a sphere. For flat earthers, there was only one logical explanation. The evidence was fake or an illusion. Smoke and mirrors, like I was saying. David Blaine never held his breath. It only seems as if the ships disappear over the horizon. It only seems as if the top of tall buildings are visible from a distance, while the lower parts are not. The sun and moon are actually disks or holograms or anything other than spheres. Videos of 24-hour daylight in Antarctica, fake. Expeditions to the interior of Antarctica, fake. Direct flights into the southern hemisphere, all fake. Even airplane windows are made of a special glass to make the Earth look curved. I saw that happen in real life. I've been in a plane before.
Yeah?
Yeah, I believe it. Then there was a problem with NASA. It was clear to everyone with a few working brain cells that NASA was faking stuff, a lot of stuff. Nicknamed Never a Straight Answer, NASA, had been passing off composite images as photos from outer space for decades, Photoshop. Astronauts could never even agree whether or not they could see stars from space, and judging from the rovers, they were car washers and rover repairmen on Mars, and rodents too. That's why Elon Musk's car is up there at Mars, to get it repaired.
Yeah.
For sense. Flat earthers, the conclusion was obvious. NASA was faking stuff, therefore the Earth was flat. It was basic Common Core Logic 101. What other explanation could there possibly be? But eventually, flat earthers were overwhelmed by the undeniable evidence of Earth's curvature. They had began to hedge their bets, suggesting that the Earth could be convex like a turtle shell, but calling themselves flattish earthers didn't sound very truthish. Finally, in 2018, I just saw the word easy bake oven highlighted, and why. Finally, in 2018, a team of expert cartographers conducted a detailed analysis of the map on the UN flag and realized where everyone had gone wrong. The innermost circle on the map wasn't a latitudinal line at all. It was depicted a hole, like the hole in a donut, and donuts aren't flat. They have curvature, especially the cake variety. Suddenly, the pieces of the truth puzzle all fit together. The granddaddy of all conspiracies had finally been exposed. The Earth is not a sphere, nor is it flat. We live on a donut Earth. This is pretty compelling.
Yeah.
As the great philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer first once said, the truth passes through three stages. First, it is ridiculed. Secondly, it is violently opposed. And third, it is accepted as self-evident. Donut Earth theory was no exception. It faced major opposition in the beginning, especially when it came out as that its most vocal proponents were being secretly funded by Krispy Kreme. But a major worldwide marketing initiative eventually won people over. For an entire year, Krispy Kreme offered a free special edition Earth Donut with the purchase of a cup of coffee, limit one per customer per day. Its catchy campaign slogan, "Wake up to the donut," is still popular among truthers and cops to this day. According to Donut Earth theory, the Arctic and Antarctic continents merge on the underside of the Donut Earth, forming a layer of frozen creamy white icing that wraps around the sides to hold the ocean water on top. The sun is just like the light bulb in the Easy Bake Ovens our grandparents played with as children. It rotates around the top of the donut Earth, slowly baking it over billions of years until it's done enough to support life. Cosmologists believe that there are millions of donut Earths just like ours in the universe, but many are still too gooey to walk on, or too crispy, or not moist enough for Goldilocks taste. Someday, in the far distant future, our donut Earth will reach a profound state of overbrowning. The intense heat will cause a cataclysmic explosion and melt the Earth back into dough, creating millions of potential new donut Earths. Cosmologists will call this miniature donut stage. These infant donut worlds will drift through the freezer of the universe for millennia until they reach another easy-bake solar system like ours. Why did the ancient Illuminati create the Great Ball Earth hoax in the first place? Was it to stop us from literally consuming our own world for breakfast each morning? With a population of billions, our donut Earth might have been all eaten up by now. Or maybe they didn't want us to live in constant fear that God would dunk our planet in his coffee. One thing is for sure, the elites have surely have their own private donut mines and are keeping the tastiest morsels for themselves.
Okay. There's a lot.
That's called truth.
I'm trying to find something. I looked up Donut Earth. Alright, maybe this one will show it. Okay, that makes sense. I was gonna say, how would you put things like? Because it said sun rises in the east, sets in or is it west? Yeah, rises in the east, sets in the west. And so, if you, I was gonna look for images to see like how they put it, but this one's right. This one shows. Well, actually. Which way is it rotating? It's rotating like... Oh, where is... So in this picture would be false. Okay. Because it'd have to rotate a certain way,
Well, it depends on which way. It depends on which way you're looking at it.
Well, the way that was...
What's up for discussion? It's up for discussion.
Depending on the way that it rotates, it could be false. Just saying.
Well, you're wrong, son.
Well.
Have you ever been to space?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Nope.
That's where I was born.
No, you weren't.
Uh-huh.
Nope.
Me and space went to grade school together. I was in. See where I was going with that?
Sure.
Alright, so, first off, Donut Earth is false.
No, it's not.
We're actually a basketball goal. And LeBron James is shooting right now as we speak, and the sun is the basketball. So every time he swishes it, that's 24 hours, right?
No.
And so every time he shoots the sun through, he also has a ball that's the moon, by the way. And so it's basically like Donut Earth, but it's basketball Earth. And so every time he shoots the sun, shoots the moon, shoots the sun. He's got a really good shot average, by the way, like 100%.
Well, okay, no, he doesn't.
He does now.
LeBron James' school is full of false promises. Okay, it's like Michael Scott's tots. Okay, he's not going to send you to college. Okay, LeBron James's school, it's not going to happen. Don't count on it.
You know, Jaden and Jada, is that their names? Smith? Jaden and Willow, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Jaden and Willow, they have their own school.
Well, I'm sure it's even worse than LeBron James.
Dude, it's
school.
it's like third eye opening type school. Like, it's freaking out of this world. Out of this donut. Out of this basketball goal.
Well, I appreciate you calling the Earth a donut, because that's what it is.
Actually, basketball goal. But it's whatever. Alright.
And that's all we have time for today. See you next time on
RIPDM.
RIPDM.
RIPDM.